Hello, everyone. Welcome. STL Sanford. I'm your host, Sanford Willis. Oh, what a game! Oh man, that game with FAMU at Jackson, Mississippi at the Vet. Oh, that was a darn good game. I truly enjoyed. In fact, one of the most exciting games I've seen Jackson State play in years. Man, they really showed that they got the fortitude to come up and do what they have to do because they were down for a long time. That second half, in fact, it was the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter when they started playing. Before I go there, let me talk about the video I did of the band, this Sonic Boom of the South. I videoed that while I was down there because I've been watching the Boom on YouTube for a little over 5 years. And one thing I noticed that, they're doing a pretty good job, but sometimes you got to remember there's other piece of the band that has to be showcased. Yeah, the Majorette and the J5, oh, they're awesome. But what about the drum line? What about the woodwind section? There's a lot of action going throughout that band. Jackson State is the #1 band when it comes to enter a stadium or marching. There's no other band like them in the country. I mean, I'll put them up against anybody. Michigan State, Ohio, you name, I'll go against, put Jackson State up against them, and they would turn them out. I decided that I was going to do this myself. I went over there where they enter, and I video the majorettes, the drum majors, the trombone section, the trumpet, and the drum line. There's a lot of action going on in that drum line. Lots of action that needs to be showcased. And then the woodwind section. And then, of course, you got the big tubular. I focus on everything. Check it out. It's STL Sanford, episode 76, Jackson State, Enter the Vet versus FAMU. Check out that. Now let's go and talk about football. I just had to put that out there, and you'll love it. Man, what a game. Again, what a game that was. FAMU came in and for a minute, looked kind of bad, looked kind of ugly. It looked pretty darn ugly, but that defense came back in the second half, and they took it upon themselves that they were not going to let Florida A&M score on them in the second half. They shut them down. They shut that team down. And let me tell you, Jacoby won. I call him Jacoby 1 because he's QB1, but Jacoby Morgan, he had a bad game. I'll be honest with you. And I love him as a quarterback. Had a bad game. But man, did he use his feet to get some important yards for Jackson State. The man was 15 for 25 for 155 yards. Not Jacoby-esque, but it was enough to get the job done. He took care of business. Now, that pro-style running back, Irv Mulligan, I mean, what more can we say about that fella? What more, I mean, I'm running out of superlative to describe that dude, man. Pro-style running back. He's gonna play at the next level. I don't care what nobody said. He's going to play at the next level, people. He's good. He is darn good. And let me say this. This man had 18 carries for 139 yards and 1 TD. Now, Amari Matthews had 5 carries for 22 yards. But man, did he use those 22 yards when Jackson State needed. Oh my God, that was his best outing of the year. And then you got the pro wide receiver, Jonas Fertillion. He had a quiet day. I know he was kind of injured in the last game, in case y'all didn't see that. He got hit. He kind of went to the sideline and moved his shoulder around, but he came in and kept the defense for FAMU honest. So he did what he's supposed to do. He had a quiet day, but it was worth it. Trust you me. Jackson State, once again, those running back, man, the running back room is awesome, along with the wide receiver room. Awesome. I mean, they've been, I don't know how many times they end up running for over 200 yards, but against FAMU, they ran for 245 yards. I think they're the best in the FCS. What a running back tandem they got in that room. Oh my God. I'm telling you, that game was awesome. That game was awesome. And I want y'all to check out these videos on T.C. Taylor celebrating. I mean, it was the dude was just, I love to see the excitement and the happiness on this coach, because he's working his butt off for Jackson State. And check out some of these celebration on these videos. It's worth 1,000 words. Trust you me.
Come back and shut it down. Let's enjoy this, man. Football team. We the football team. Like those Titans said, we the A-side.
Jackson State.
You know, these videos, to see Jackson State back on the video scene again, I just love it, man. And they should put out more of these. Let the whole world see them on YouTube, enjoying themselves, man. Jackson State is the mecca of the HBCU. I mean, TC, put more of those videos out there, man. Put it out there, dude. And now, come October 26th, JSU going to be at Bethune-Cookman in Daytona Beach, Florida. Now, it's not a bad thing that Jackson State is playing in their homecoming game. It's obvious to a lot of us that you put Jackson State in your homecoming, you're having a problem getting people to the game. Because the smart thing I would have done, if I'm averaging 15,000 people a game, or 10,000, I'll put Jackson State one week and put homecoming the next, or flip it. Homecoming, then Jackson State. At least you have two back-to-back good homestand where you're getting people to come there. But if you got a problem, getting people come to the game, then Jackson State, you should put on your homecoming. Not to demeanor in them of any sense, but it's business. You know, that's how you get the money. Guarantee that you're going to have a crowd at your homecoming. You put a team like Jackson State, so people come out. People will travel to Daytona Beach. I wish I had the time to travel there because I'll be there. Be a vacation for me, going to Daytona Beach. If you have never been to Daytona Beach, I recommend go. It is beautiful. What a good time to be in Daytona Beach with Jackson State and the boom. Oh, that's going to be one heck of a good weekend. Now, I was coming down to homecoming against Arkansas Pine Bluff. But then I got to thinking. I looked at the leader in the SWAC West and the leader of the SWAC in the East after the game against Florida A&M. And I said, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. I didn't get to see Southern play here in Jackson, Mississippi because hurt my back and I couldn't drive. But when I look at that standing, I said, wait a minute. Jackson State and Southern will wind up playing each other again for the SWAC championship. So I'm going to save that trip and come down. That's around, what, December the 7th or the 9th? They play the SWAC championship game. I'll be down for that. I will be. I'm calling it Jackson State versus Southern for the SWAC. Jackson State victorious in that game. They're going to the celebration. Don't be surprised. Jackson State with T.C. Taylor win the Celebration Bowl this year. You heard it first. I'm calling it. I am calling it. Jackson State will beat Southern in the championship game for the SWAC conference. I'm calling that. And I'm also calling whoever they play in the Celebration Bowl, Jackson State will win. Jackson State got a good team, people. They got an awesome team. I mean, TC said he want to get the best player that he can. What he was short at last year, he shored it up this year in all facets. Special team. He talked about that a lot last year. And look at the special team now. Awesome. He got players that don't mind playing. But let me say this before I end it. Defensive back, please, don't do that again. Too many times this year, y'all playing like 5 yards off the receiver. And then you look around, he's going that way, and you chasing him. Run with him. Don't chase him, run with him. Because if you're chasing him, you're trying to catch him. If you run with him, you're up with him, you got a chance to intercept or make the tackle for a hardly no gain. Keep the game at a minimum and not let them get first down or get too much. Slow it down. Defensive back, pay attention to your coaches. Don't let these people see that they can beat you with the way you all playing out there. Come on now. Play like an outfielder in baseball. Hey, STL Sanford, please hit that subscribe, hit that share, hit that like for me. Thank you.